Hi, and thanks so much for joining me for this luxury beauty haul. If you'd like to see that, please keep watching. I made some purchases as well as received some very lovely PR, so let's get started with some of the items I picked up from the Bergdorf Goodman promotion, and that was weeks ago. Their shipping, I don't know, has been interesting, so I don't know if you shopped that sale, but I actually still have something arriving, so if I get that in time, I will show it at the end. And another item that I ordered, I was just informed it will not be fulfilled, so that's not coming. So yeah. The first thing I picked up was this Giorgio Armani. It's the A blush. And I had looked at these before. I think the packaging is so pretty, and I like really lightweight makeup for the summer. And so anything that's like a skin tint or anything like this, like a liquid kind of blush, really interested in those things. This is in the shade 51. It has a doe foot applicator like this and looks like a really beautiful, vibrant shade. So I'm excited to give this one a try. Promotions are the opportunities for me to pick up things that maybe I missed along the way. So that's one of the things I saw go by, never had a chance to pick it up. So picked that up. I also did pick up a contour, same thing, so same packaging. And this one is in the shade 21. Then I picked up two makeup items. No, I picked up a makeup item that has two traits that I like in skincare. So it's got brightening and it has SPF 50+. It's a Sulwhasoo Perfecting Cushion Brightening Foundation. The shade matching on this was very difficult, and I think the best indicator I found was on Beautylish, where they listed comparable foundations. And I think maybe I discovered that a little bit too late because I picked up 25. Now it looks like it's going to be too deep, and I think that's what happens with cushion foundations. They look totally different in the cushion than they do on. And so if you're my shade, 25 is not going to work for you. I filmed this once. I might refilm it because I wasn't happy with the quality, but I can tell you right now that it is not the right match. So don't get 25 if you're my shade. I think it might be 33. That might be the deepest one as well. That might be the best shade match. And I was really disappointed because I really want to see how the brightening and SPF work on this. I'll show you how I adjust this anyway, even though it's the wrong shade. But look for those in a future video if you're interested. I did receive this lovely package from House of Sillage. Like I said, they are the ones who really introduced me to these niche luxury fragrances and educated me about them along the way. And they sent over this one, so beautiful. That it really is one of the prettiest color combinations. I like that blue with gold, really pretty. And then of course it has Swarovski crystals on the top. Yeah, this one reminds me of the ocean. This one is actually called Whispers of Time. Whispers of Time is the ultimate aquatic floral parfum for the summer season ahead, infused with neroli, bergamot, and orange blossom. Okay, those are some of my favorite notes ever. So that's a really lovely combination. Get ready to transport yourself to the Italian Amalfi Coast with this aquatic parfum icon. My husband and I visited the Amalfi Coast about 2 years ago. I think it was our last international trip in the last couple of years, so we hope to return soon. Let's see how it smells. Yeah, that's a really beautiful, like it says, aquatic. It's really light, airy, nothing too heavy. That's what I like when it comes to floral, is nothing too heavy. I like it very, very light. And yeah, it does remind me of summer. If you're looking for a beautiful, light, floral summer fragrance, this one is beautiful. And I think I'm actually going to place it back here because I think these bottles are so pretty. Thank you so much again, House of Sillage, for sending that over. Then if you missed my Chanel haul, I picked up both of the new Le Beige palettes, Tender and Intense. And I did dedicated videos to these. They're lovely palettes. I think it comes down to what shades you like better. But they both performed beautifully. I also picked up this nail color, which I'm wearing now, and I posted it on, not Instagram. Did I post it there? No, I posted it on the community tab, and like to know it. I know there were questions about what it looked like on, and this is actually several days old. Let me think, how many days have I had this on now? Like 5 days perhaps, and I wash my hands a lot, so my nails go through a lot, and usually they will have peeled by now. There's a little bit that's peeling off, but what's great about this shade is that you can't really tell if it's not perfect because of that reflective quality in there. And this is the perfect kind of formula, or I don't know if that's what you call it when you talk about the whatever shimmery in there. Sometimes when it's too distinct in terms of the particles, you can see the brush strokes in your nails when you paint them, which I don't like. That's probably one of the reasons I don't do my nails, is because if they're not perfect, then I'd rather have no nail polish. So this is really even going on, really easy nail polish to apply, and it looks so pretty. I'll put a photo of it here as well, but if you go to the community tab, I think you can zoom in if you want to take a little bit of a closer look. I don't feature a lot of nail polish here because I don't find very many that look good on me. So when I do find one, then that's what I like going back to over and over again. And I can see myself going through this, so I might have to order another one. But if you are warm in your skin tone, this is such a pretty shade because I feel like it looks a lot like my skin color. And so it just elongates my fingers. I really love this. It's, sorry, I didn't say what it was. It's a 897 Golden Sand. And there are 4 new nail polish shades as well. Speaking of other new things, I picked up the Rouge Cocoa Flash in Flame, and I had to actually get this out of my bag. It's one of the other things that made it into my bag because I love this color so much. So this is such a beautiful shade. I love the formula. It's really hydrating. I think it's one of the prettiest shades that they came out with. There were 4 new ones. Actually, Margaret sent me a photo of all 4 shade swatch. If you want to take a look, I will insert it here just so you can see what they look like on, I'll move over a little bit, so you can see the 4 shades. And then this shade is that 3rd one down. Flame is right there, so you can get a comparison if you were interested in these, but I feel like this was the best shade for me. I might be interested in Sunbeam. I think that looks really pretty, but I don't know if it would show up on me. So let me know if you have that one, or if you have any of the other shades, let us know if you like them. I did pick up the Le Beige Healthy Glow Bronzing Cream in the Tan Deep shade. Yeah, Soleil Tan Deep Bronze shade, the deeper of the 2. And I have the other one actually, oh, here it is. So I did a side by side if you wanted to see the difference. Now, having a channel, I receive emails every once in a while from companies wanting to send me things. And the way I determine if I say yes or no to something is it a company that I've purchased from before? Is it something that I've been interested in trying, that I've heard of before? Or is there something innovative about the product or the company that caught my attention? If those things aren't checked off, then I let those pass. But in this case, this was really intriguing. It's a new company, launched in April, so if you haven't heard of it, it's called Common Air. I posted it on my Instagram, and if you saw it and were wondering what it was, it is because it's a new company. I'm really excited about this one because the co-founder reached out to me, kind of introduced herself, and asked if I had time to meet with her. And the fact that a co-founder reached out to me, that really happens very infrequently, that you are interfacing with founders or owners of companies. There's another company where we do get a chance to do that, but again, rare, so I really appreciated the effort. After she graduated from college, she was traveling and learned a lot about skincare, living out of a suitcase, and then she had an opportunity to work with a very well-known brand in San Francisco. And so she got a lot of experience at Tatcha and The Honest Company. If you've heard of those, I'm sure you have. So her experience really speaks volumes, and she calls it a compost. This is a compost of all of that experience. I just want to make sure I got the companies right. So it's The Honest Company, Honest Beauty, and yes, Tatcha, where she got all of that experience. So one of my questions to her was, why introduce this product when there were so many other products out there? Her and her co-founder really wanted to find more sustainable solutions for luxury beauty. So they came up with this product. Again, it's a 10% vitamin C serum. And what's unique about these is that they are encapsulated. Each application is housed in one capsule right here. So you already have the appropriate amount that you need in here, and then these are biodegradable. So then you don't have any waste after this. And what really excited me is because when I travel, I decant everything. It always takes like at least a couple hours to get everything ready. So say I'm gonna be gone for 3 days, so then I can just pack 3 of these for 3 days. It's so convenient. It says top shelf beauty, crafted with intention, attention to detail, and respect for the environment. I said it before, I love when products are created with intent rather than just to put something on the market. So there was so much thought behind this one. It says their concentrated formula improves skin texture, dark spots, and visibly brightens, all in a biodegradable plant-based capsule, maximal effects, minimal waste. They are plastic-free, cruelty-free, silicone-free, clean ingredients. I've yet to try these since I just received them, but I will be trying them out and I will definitely give you an update on how they work. So thank you so much, Carrie, for meeting with me. I really enjoyed learning more about your company and the product, and thank you so much for sending this over. Then for something fun, when I went to visit my mom, we took her shopping. She hadn't been shopping in a year and a half, and she was looking for sunglasses and found the cutest pair of sunglasses. And of course, after I saw them on her, I thought, I'd like to try them on. So I tried them on and I fell in love with them as well. Now the trick is, these were the last 3 left in Nordstrom's nationwide at the time. So if I can find something like this for you, I will. Otherwise, I will leave links to the frame, maybe a different color combination, but the same frame, because I love these. Okay, these are Tom Ford, and I gravitate towards Tom Ford frames. Anyway, I think they have the most flattering shapes because there's always this uplifted shape that kind of just wakes up the whole face. I love these because of this frame shade. It's a little bit unique. I think it's categorized as maybe a light brown. Actually, if you look here, you can see that the lenses are not that dark. So my mom said it, she said, I want to be able to wear them inside. I thought, okay. What she's saying is she doesn't want to have to take her sunglasses off when she goes into a store because it's, I guess, one other hassle. So these are more light in terms of the lens, but also again, the frame. But there is that mirrored part as well. So I'll put them on and then you're gonna be able to see my mess. So ignore the mess. But I just think they are the prettiest shape. I love this shape, and they're lightweight as well. They don't sit on my cheeks as much as other sunglasses do sometimes because they'll leave a mark, but we'll have to see how they go in the summer. But because they're so lightweight, they're not going to slide down my face so much, because usually if my glasses are heavy, this is usually what happens to my sunglasses. But I have a little nose, or the bridge of my nose is very small, so this is always an issue, and I try to get ones with the nose pads on them, but this one seems to be doing okay. So I love these sunglasses, and I fell in love with my last Tom Ford sunglasses in Italy that I found that I still wear, but these are the Ani frames. So if I find them, I will link them below, or if I can find some that are the same frame, at least shape, I'll list those as well. Because I think I saw some tortoiseshell ones that I think also look pretty. Apparently they were popular because there were hardly any left. And those are actually a Mother's Day gift from my husband. So my mom has a pair now and I have a pair. We still have so many things here, but I have some really fun PR. And I was talking about luxury niche fragrance earlier, and I feel like that's a whole new world to me because up until recently, actually up until House of Sillage started sending me fragrance, I really didn't dabble in fragrances that much. There were a few I really loved, like Tom Ford Oud Wood, love that one. I love Creed, Royal Oud, but my range of fragrances was very kind of narrow. And so I learned a lot about niche fragrance and decided that that's what I like. I really like the unique aspect of niche fragrances and that not a whole lot of people are wearing them. I really like that. So what's exciting is that a company called Twisted Lily reached out to me and asked me if I'd like to partner with them, and they would send me some fragrances that I could try out, and then they would send me a full-sized one. They're also providing a discount code for you. So if you like 10% off of their shop, Everyday Edit 10 will get you 10% off. And when you're looking at these luxury niche fragrances, 10% can add up to quite a bit. So really quickly, if you don't know Twisted Lily, I'm gonna read right here. Since 2013, Twisted Lily has been the go-to source for hard to find niche indie and natural fragrances from all over the world. It says the true perfume lover's destination. They are Brooklyn born, but they are available all online. So they have quite an array online, and they even talked about possible pop-ups in the future, which would be really fun. But they did ask me what were some fragrances that I liked. And I thought, I don't really know because I don't have that many fragrances. But then I started describing them and I could pinpoint the notes that I liked. So these are the notes that I shared with him in case you are like me and these are the scents that you like as well. So I like clean scents and the element of oud. If you couldn't tell, I talked about oud earlier. But I avoid things that have too much earthiness, like patchouli. It's okay when it's balancing something out, but I don't go for fragrances where that's like a main note that's taking over everything. I also like a little bit of smokiness, like the Oud Fumé by Chantecaille is so beautiful, and my husband wears that one. I love when he wears that one. I also like light florals, like jasmine is one of my favorite fragrances in a fragrance, as well as the actual flower. And then a hint of fruit like bergamot, I really like that, or lychee or grapefruit, I think is a really kind of refreshing scent as well. So based on that, they sent me several samples, I think about 10 here. So I'm going to talk to you about them and describe them to you and kind of what I pick up in the notes, and then hopefully introduce you to some new fragrances if you are unaware of them. One thing I forgot to mention is that I love that Twisted Lily sells samples, because that is my hesitation with fragrance, is I want to see what they smell like on me. So this is perfect that I get a chance to try these for several days to really see what I like the most. So that was a really long introduction, but thank you so much, Twisted Lily, for sending these to me because I'm really excited. This one is called Jasmine et Cigarette. So this one, I love this one actually. I'm not a fan of the smell of cigarette smoke per se, but this fragrance is really unique. It says here, the notes are jasmine absolute tobacco notes. I think that's what I like, the tobacco. Apricot, tonka beans, curcuma, cedarwood, amber, and musk. And I really like the picture they paint here. It says, the allure of vintage Hollywood glamour. Think Audrey Hepburn, Greta Garbo, Marlene Dietrich. This beautiful jasmine scent pays tribute to the beautiful icons of black and white cinema, smoking their crisp, long tobacco cigarettes. This one really paints that picture for me. I see like a smoky jazz club, red velvet curtains. So it's that tobacco that really comes through, and I really love the scent of that. It really has substance to it without being too heavy. Then we have this one called Another Oud, and this one, if you like something like Tom Ford Oud Wood, it smells like that, but not as heavy, because that one is really intense. So this is like a lighter version of that. Here it says top notes are bergamot, raspberry, heart is Oud Wood, Norlimbano, and base notes are musks and ambroxan. I don't know what ambroxan is, but I know that the oud here is really beautiful, and then that bergamot on the top. So that I think gives it the lightness, but you definitely get that oud fragrance. So if you like that, again, are looking for something a little bit more gentle though, this is beautiful. If I didn't have all of these other ones to pick from, I probably would pick that as my first, but I really want to expand a little bit more. But that's like a very safe choice for me, that one. Then 125th Bloom, a deep woody scent with lashings of rose. Top notes, angelica seed, saffron, heart, violet, damascena rose, base ebony woods, and wild leather. I really like the leather scent as well. Let me remember. I've tried all of these, but I just need a little reminder. This one has a little bit of sweet to it. So if you like that leathery scent at the base, but also sweet at the top. What is the note at the top? But there's like a sweetness here. Maybe it's the violet or rose, which is not at the top, it's at the heart. But there's something in there more sweet. So you have to like sweet to like this one, but it's a little bit more complex. This one is called You or Someone Like You. Oh, it's by the same company, the, what is it called? État Libre d'Orange. The brainchild of Chandler Burr, discerning New York Times perfume critic and author of namesake novel You or Someone Like You, is dedicated to his novel's main character, Anne. Anne is a recent transplant in awe of the possibility that lingers in the crisp blue air of Los Angeles. The fresh and uplifting aroma beckons dreamers like Anne, like you, or someone like you. It does evoke that LA vibe, very kind of like airy, and I see blue water and summer. Really pleasant, but light. I really like that one too. This is more like that daytime. Yeah, it's really pretty. Very much a summer scent. Although there's something kind of like fennel scent in there, anise something, but I think maybe that it doesn't say what the notes are. It says fresh. This next one is called Night Flow, and its top notes are saffron, raspberry, pink pepper, LMR. Now I tried to look up LMR. So if you know what it is, let me know, because I was still confused after I read about it. For the heart, Osmanthus LMR, Devana essential oil, Jasmine Sambok LMR, and the base notes are ambergris accord, Indonesian patchouli oil, molecular distillation LMR, leather accord, and Tulu balsam. Okay, this one also has a very sweet quality to it. The raspberry, and then there's something sharp in there. I think it's the pink pepper. The patchouli works really nicely in the base with the leather because I'm smelling a little bit more of that leather in there. But this one is very full-bodied, I want to say, compared to the other ones. There's a lot going on with this one, but still really beautiful. But it does have that sweet in there that you have to like. We have this one called Pear Ink, and fun fact, pear is my favorite flavor of Jelly Belly. So I do like the pear scent. Okay, this one is really nice as well. So this one's top notes are green pear accord, and that really comes through. The pear is really nice, very soft. Heart and Broxen. Base is musk, musenone. I don't know if that's right. And ombre tolide and habanolide. But that pear is really beautiful at the top. I really like that one as well. I like the name, I think, the most on this one. A fresh green scent. The top notes are dragon fruit, basil. The heart is violet, wild fig, and base is vetiver and green hay. You have to do this with all of them, but this one needs to settle in a little bit more, I've noticed. So on this one, to me, the violet really comes through. Those violet candies are what I think of when I smell this one. But also the basil is really beautiful. I like that. Like, I like the tomato leaf scent. I think the basil has that same quality that I like, a very green scent. Unmistakable smell of risotto bianco and minty peppery kick as the ultra fresh basil warms on the dish. So if you want something unusual like that, that's a very clean smell too, though. I like that. And I like that it's paired with the vetiver. I really like that scent as well. Then we have this one called Grey Labdanum, and its top notes are bitter orange, violet, heart, patchouli, sandalwood, and base labdanum and olibanum. This one I smelled before, and it reminds me of something, but I can't pinpoint it. I think maybe the patchouli is kind of overriding things here. Oh, you know what it smells like? Even though it's not in here, it's lavender. There's something that reminds me of lavender oil in here, even though there's no lavender oil, or it doesn't say there's lavender. But this one says Abel uses only 100% natural plant-derived ingredients. Okay, then this one is by Montal. Notes: roasted coffee beans, praline, rose, oak moss, amber, cedar. This one I would describe as very full-bodied. It reminds me of like the Cabernet Sauvignon of fragrance. There's a lot happening here. It reminds me of when my family and I went to Paris when I was little, and we went to these little perfume shops, and you could smell all of the perfumes at once. This is what that smells like. But I really like the amber cedar that is coming through, and I like the coffee beans, but there's the praline. The praline and the rose make this one really sweet, so you have to like that. But it has, like, again, a very round fragrance, if that makes sense. So I like interesting, but that one might be too interesting for me, but I'm glad I had a chance to smell that one. And then this one is Magev 8 and Bob. Top notes are grapefruit, petit grain, clove buds. The heart are tonka beans, orris, black coffee, base vetiver, tobacco, musks. Yeah, that one really has a very clear black coffee scent to it, but also the clove bud. But I also do smell the base notes as well. Not as much of the top notes. So I like that one too. The reason I like most of the ones they sent is because I did indicate the notes that I liked. So if you're interested in trying out any perfumes and you want to order samples, I would look at the notes. That might help, because once you determine those notes, it's a lot easier, I think, to decide which ones you'd like to try. They did a really nice job of curating these for me based on the notes that I had sent them about what I prefer. They're, again, really kind. They said they would send me a full size of my favorite one, so I'm still really trying to test these out. But so far, I think these two, Someone Like You, I really like that one, and the Jasmine Cigarette, I really am liking those. But let's see, I'm gonna maybe wear these for a few more weeks and decide on my favorite one. But if you have any of these scents, let me know what you think of them, and let me know what scents you're interested in, because I'd love to order some more samples myself from Twisted Lily just to try out more fragrances. I think it's such an interesting world, and it's a bit like fine art where you have to learn more about it to appreciate it. I feel like that's what these niche luxury fragrances are. So thank you so much, Twisted Lily, for not only sending me the samples, but for curating those for me. And again, if you would like 10% off at Twisted Lily, Everyday Edit 10 will get you 10% off your purchase. I'll leave the information below. So I mentioned before that Chantecaille is always so kind to us, and when they send PR, it's more than just the one item they're releasing. And this time they sent us something that has nothing to do with them, but it's from another company. It's from P-Volve. So Alex and Olivia Chantecaille treated us to a workout session. So they invited us to work out with them with a P-Volve instructor on a Zoom. So that was really fun. So there were a handful of us there with them, and they sent over some of the kit. So it says P-Volve, it says manage everyday pain, put aches and pains to rest with fitness that focuses on better biometrics of joints and muscles, improve performance and transform your body, strengthen from the inside out to make looking and feeling good one and the same, which I really like. I think it was Alex that asked us, what have you guys been doing to exercise? And I think I wrote nothing, but I know I shouldn't be doing nothing. I should be doing something to exercise. I like this because there are choices. There are hundreds of workouts on demand, it says. It comes with specialized equipment like this, the P-Ball. So they were showing us how to use these, as well as they sent over this, I think it's the P-Band. Really looking forward to using this because they treat us to a month of classes online, so I'll let you know how it goes. They combine dynamic joint movement with patented resistance-based equipment to activate and strengthen each and every muscle. Their workouts are multi-planar and multi-dimensional. I'll leave the information below in case you're interested in this, but I definitely need to get on some kind of routine. So thank you, Chantecaille, for thinking about our health as well as beauty. I really appreciated that. That was really fun. And they did also send over the Flower Power collection that I did a dedicated video on. Someone had a question about this pouch. They were running a special. If it's still available, I will list it below, where you could get this as a gift with purchase along with the solution, a little trial of it, and I think there were a couple other things. So I'll leave that below in case you were interested in this, because I don't think you can buy this. I think you have to get it with a gift with purchase. It's really sweet though. And then they did send over the Flower Power. This is light medium. There's a deeper shade now. You know, I love this powder. I was so happy to have them bring it back. I think it's sold out in many places, but I recently found it in a couple other places. So if you can find it for you, I will. So I don't need to say much about that. I love it. I use it every day. Then they also sent over the Flower Power Cheek shade. So it is cooler. It's like a pink on me. So it's definitely lighter than it looks here on. And it does have a like a luminescent finish. So if you want to see this, make sure to head over to my dedicated video. It works well under blush for me. And it also works well as a topper, but as a blush alone, I probably wouldn't wear it alone. I would pair it with something else. They sent over the lip Chic in Capucine, which goes with it in this really beautiful brush kind of metal finish, and it's like a tangerine shade, and I like to pair this with other shades. So if it's a cool lip, like this looks really good with Rock Rose. It brightens it up a little bit, or if I wear a lip liner, it looks really nice. Directly on, you can see my lip color coming through too much, so I do like to layer this with other colors. As for the niche fragrances, luxury fragrances, let me know if you'd like me to focus on that a little bit more, because I am personally really interested in it. So I would love to share that with you, but I also would like to know if you'd like to hear about it or not. But that is it for today's video. So please take care of each other, stay well. If you enjoyed this video, if you learned something, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you next time.